Ever wonder what influenced the voice that forever altered country music, Emmylou Harris? Imagine a young woman in the 1960s, standing on a small stage with a guitar and a voice so pure it could silence an entire room. We're delving into never-before-seen rare images of Emmylou Harris today, each of which reveals a little something about her untold tale. These pictures document events that influenced her music and life, from her early years in smoky folk clubs to her ascent to fame as a country rock star. Stay tuned until the very end, as I have a unique picture and an unexpected tale that will wow you. Let's go back to Emmylou's teenage years in the early 1960s. Consider a little girl in Alabama who is dreaming of a larger platform while strumming folk songs. In a rare photograph, she can be seen with her hair tied up and hopeful eyes at a high school talent event. She was still after music, not celebrity. By her early 20s, she had moved to New York City because she enjoyed the honest, unvarnished sound of folk tunes. She played in small bars in Greenwich Village there, barely earning enough money to eat. She is seen in another picture singing into a single microphone on a little stage with a faint spotlight shining on her face. Her eagerness and desire to express herself to the world are practically palpable in her eyes. That this is the same woman who would go on to sell millions of records is difficult to believe. Then came a pivotal moment, getting to know Graham Parsons. Emmylou and Graham are seen laughing over a shared guitar backstage in a rare photo from 1971. Graham, a country rock pioneer, asked her to sing with him after noticing something unique in her voice. Everything changed in that instant. They blended rock intensity with country spirit in a magical symphony. As if they were meant to be together, Emmylou can be seen singing next to Graham in bell-bottoms and her long hair in pictures from their tours. It wasn't all simple, though. She was devastated by Graham's wild lifestyle and untimely death in 1973. She might be seen sitting by herself and gazing out a window in a candid photo from that period, her face weighed down by sorrow. She nevertheless made music out of that suffering, penning tunes like Boulder to Birmingham that still have an emotional impact today. By the middle of the 1970s, Emmylou began establishing her own career. She appears to be a part of the earth itself in a rare album cover photo from Pieces of the Sky, 1975, standing in a field while wearing a flowing white dress. She was more than just Graham's backing vocalist, as seen by the success of that album. She combined rock, folk, and country to create a sound that was both modern and classic. Critics couldn't stop complimenting her, and fans adored her beautiful, crystalline voice. She is shown jamming in a studio with her hot band, a group of talented musicians, in another image from this era. She was at last where she belonged, and you can see the happiness on her face. But it wasn't always easy being famous. She put in a lot of overtime, went on endless tours, and was under pressure to remain country enough for traditional supporters. She is seen in a behind-the-scenes photo from a 1976 tour, snoozing on a bus seat with her guitar case close by. It serves as a reminder that she was more than just a celebrity. There were new chapters in the 1980s. Emmylou continued to develop, working with artists ranging from Neil Young to Johnny Cash and fusing different styles. She can be seen laughing alongside Dolly Parton and Linda Ronstadt in a rare photograph. From a 1985 recording session, their heads pressed together like old friends. Her talent for friendship and harmony was evident in their trio CD, which went on to become a classic. However, she also had to deal with personal issues including divorce, child-rearing, and maintaining her artistic integrity. In a 1987 photograph, she is shown holding her daughter and smiling warmly at a quiet time. It offers an insight into the lady who creates the music, juggling motherhood and fame. You can see why musicians like Casey Musgraves and Miranda Lambert refer to her as an inspiration because of her strength. In her senior years, Emmylou's compassion for others is evident. She dedicated her life to assisting those harmed by war. When she founded Concerts for a Landmine-Free World in the 1990s, she is shown singing with her eyes closed in a rare photograph from one of these performances, giving her all to the act. Her advocacy was an integral part of who she was, not merely a side endeavor. She is seen carrying the prize in another photo from 1999, when she received the Billboard Century Award, smiling modestly but proudly. Even though she had gone a long way since that Alabama stage, she maintained her groundedness. Artists who were mentored by her, such as Gillian Welch and Alison Krauss, claim her kindness transformed their lives. Let's now discuss the impact of her music. Emmylou told stories in addition to singing. She is wearing a basic black sweater, her silver hair gleaming, and her face lined with experience in a 2011 shot taken during the recording of her Hard Bargain album. That CD addressed difficult subjects with unvarnished honesty, such as Emmett Tis Mother. Her refusal to back down from harsh realities was praised by her admirers and hailed by critics as gutsy. She and Rodney Crowell may be seen singing together in another photo from a 2015 tribute show, their vocals mixing like old times. Their affinity, forged over decades of friendship and music, is palpable. The artist depicted in these images never stopped developing and pursuing what seemed genuine. Alright, the unique picture and narrative I promised are now here. Emmylou's treasures were on display in the 2018 Songbirds Flight exhibit at the Country Music Hall of Fame. One uncommon image caught our attention: a youthful Emmylou, about 20 years old, clutching a handwritten note she had sent as a teenager to a folk music magazine. "I just want to share my music," she said, pleading for an opportunity to perform. That note, written in the handwriting of an optimistic child, captures the essence of her journey. She was pursuing connection rather than celebrity. And that is the reason her narrative is so potent. She followed her dream from tiny stages to sold-out performances. What is the main lesson, then? Emmylou Harris lived her life as a musician. These uncommon images depict a woman who experienced love, loss, and transformation, and she transformed all of it into songs that still touch us today. Her narrative serves as a reminder to pursue our goals despite obstacles. For more tales of music icons, click the like button and subscribe if you enjoyed reading about her journey. What is your favorite Emmylou song? Tell me in the comments. Watch our following video through to the finish for another unseen tale that will take you by surprise.